Shady, that's your former team. Well, really, both of them are your former teams. Super Bowl champ with one team, all-pro running back with another team. Is it a must-win for the Chiefs versus the Bills?
I think so. If they lose the game, it'll be 8-5.
8-5, not good.
Yeah, they can't have that. Nope. That's under Andy Reid. One thing they do, they win games, right? And they find ways to win. They've been struggling a little bit lately, though. I think a lot of that has to do with the supporting cast with Patrick Mahomes. His young wide receivers been kind of inconsistent all year. They got to win this game. You coming back home against the Bills. The Bills have a lot of great talent on that team. They're not a great team, though. And they've been battling. So I feel like if it's a game you must have against a team that's not as good as you got to win this game. Build some confidence for them young guys. Need a dub.
I'm with you. This is a must-win for the Kansas City Chiefs. Number one, the number one seed is still right there for your grabs, right? The Ravens still got to play the Niners. Tua still got to play Josh Allen. He still got to play who else he got to play? Dak Prescott. He got to play the Cowboys. So, I mean, they can drop some games, and you can find yourself this thing going through Kansas City again, and you never having to go on the road for a playoff game. So this means everything, but not only for them, they got to play the right football. You talk about leading the league in drops. You talk about them not looking the right way on the offensive side of the ball. They got to get back to being the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a must-win for them. You got Josh Allen in playoff mode coming in here knowing that it's desperation time. You got to find a way to get a dub because that number one seed is still right there for you.
Yeah, I mean, if the ultimate goal is to get the number one seed, then yeah, it's a must-win game. But if they lose this, they're still in a good spot in the division. They're 2 games up on the Broncos and 3 games on the rest of the division. And, you know, for the AFC as a whole, as we just laid out, there are a lot of teams vying for that number one spot. Only one person's going to get it. Only one team is going to get it. So, yeah, if that's the goal and the only goal, but it's not the only goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. So, no, I can't go with must-win in this game. Obviously, they want to win this game at home against the Buffalo Bills and stay in good position. But I can't say that it's fully panic time or that everything's falling apart. They're still going to have full control of the division, even with this loss, if that's how it goes. But you just would like to see them get things going on offense. At this point, it's less about whether they're going to be in the postseason and what that's going to look like, and what are they going to go into the postseason with momentum on the offensive side of the ball. Their defense has played at a really high level all season long. You still have Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes there. But as Shady brings up all the time, they have the most drops in the league. Their receivers are not helping the best quarterback in the league play at the potential that we know he's capable of playing of. And whether that's communication or it's chemistry or just ability, we don't know. And we do know it's not changing this season, though, so they have to figure it out. I just think that the Chiefs want to go out there and play a good game of football. And it might play a great game and still lose to the Bills because the Bills might play a great game as well, and they're capable of doing that. I can't say it's a must-win, though.
I think we will start to say that it's the beginning of the end if the Chiefs lose. I think that's the nonsense that we're going to start to hear. Though we talk about Patrick Mahomes being one of the greatest winners ever and Tom Brady being one of the greatest winners ever, we forget there was a 10-year gap between Brady's Super Bowls. From 2004 to 2014, Brady did not win a Super Bowl. So while Patrick Mahomes has a lot more Super Bowl wins in his future, does he have them in his imminent future? Patrick Mahomes has never played a road playoff game. Never played one, let alone won one. And so if you lose, now you're sitting at 8-5. You're not winning the division. Joy's Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins going to win it. The Baltimore Ravens are going to win it. Somebody else will win it besides the Kansas City Chiefs. So I think it's a must win just to make sure you remind the world and yourself how good you are. But Shady, I got the question for you. You won 2 Super Bowls. One of your Super Bowls with the Chiefs, you played every game at home. One of your Super Bowls with the Bucs, you played all but one game at home. How difficult is the journey to a ring when you got every game at home versus what the Chiefs might have, which could be just one game at home if they start to lose?
Yeah, it is tough. You like to have that crowd behind you, your fans behind you for the home games. But one thing about if you are going to play on the road and have that journey, and we've seen teams do it, it's you got to get hot. You got to get confidence. You got to get momentum. When you have those things, it gets you rolling in a sense where you can't be stopped.
No question.
Right? I remember watching the Giants. When they won that crazy run, that was all on the road. I can't believe they did that.
You stay open.
Right? And then even with the Bucs.
He stayed opening them up on me, don't he?
But look, I forgot. Yeah, that was it. But with the Bucs, we were on the road. And the only home game we had was the Super Bowl. Yep. It was in Tampa. That's why you said that. Yeah. But we really was on the road.
Y'all played the Saints. Did y'all play the Saints?
On the road. Everything was on the road but the championship game. Right? But the cool thing is this. We were so locked in. We were rolling at the right time. We were gelling at the right time. We were so confident. It's like it was us against everybody. And when you have that type of momentum, I don't care where you play. You can play on Mars, right? You're going to win that game because you are locked in. There's teams that get the home field advantage that's not locked in. So that's my only thing I can say to that question is if you locked in and you gelling at the right time, and you got that momentum, you got that confidence. See, the confidence is the best part.
That's it.
You got
That's it.
your stars.
Talk to him,
the thing about the confidence is like your stars are gonna be your stars.
Yep.
Mike Evans is gonna be Mike Evans.
Yep.
Chris Godwin's gonna be Chris Godwin. Leonard Fournette, Tom Brady, they're gonna be who they're gonna be. But it's the other dudes you don't even know about, right? It's the rookie safety that comes over and makes a play.
Winfields at the time.
The Wingfields, right?
Yeah.
You got dudes like
Mike Adams,
Carlson Davis, dudes like that you don't even hear about, but they make plays.
Yeah.
They get picks. They get Shaq Barrett. All these type of dudes you don't even think about.
Yeah.
Vita Veas.
He's grabbing two dudes, so everybody got one-on-ones. Small things like that.
Yeah.
And when you get that type of momentum and get that confidence, it makes
momentum,
all the X factors and the little dudes behind you play way better, and that's what wins championships.
So it's more important in your mind that the Chiefs win than the 1 seed. Like you care more that they win for
play the right
confidence.
Because a lot like the issues they have are not big issues. They small. They have the most drops in football right now at the wide receiver level, and that tells me that it's inconsistency and not being consistent. And the young dudes are not confident.
He ain't lying because that's the same when we went on the road in 2010. I remember.
That beat us.
Yes, we did. I remember clear as day getting off the bus and just seeing the way like people was walking. And people had their pep in their step like, these boys in trouble. We went to the Atlanta Falcons, number 1 seed, they 13-3. We finna slap these boys. We just had that confidence, like they done messed up. They let us in the playoffs.
Right.
And that confidence and swag is something else, but they got to get there, and that's going to be hard.
But they have to get to where they got to get to.
You got that swagger like Money Mike. You remember
Money Mike.
What was his
Bad
name?
Boys?
Not Bad Boys.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Pick me the stress. Money Mike.
Cat Williams.
That's Friday, right?
Yeah,
You got that swagger. You know that. Dismiss. You know you're going to win that game. Player don't touch my Gary Carroll. Player. You know you're going to win.
Yeah.
I got that swagger, dog. Give me the stress. Everything's for sale, even you. Come on.
Us bouncing too.
Come on. You know have a good show. You feel like that. I walk in here like Money Mike. You know have a good show.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.